Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyati Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear Vaishnavas, for joining. We're going to read chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita, entitled The Divine and the Demoniac. So it has 24 verses. 24 verses, wonderful chapter explaining about the divine and the demoniac qualities. So we'll read the verse and the translation, and every devotee can read maybe 3 verses. I think that would be good. So let's begin. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhe Jnana Yoga Vyavastitaha Danam Damascha Yaggascha Swadhyayastapa Arjavam Ahimsa Satyama Krodha Tyaga Shantirapaishunam Daya Bhuteshvalo Luptvam Madhavam Harirachapalam Teja Shamadriti Shaucham Madroho Nati Manita Bhavanti Sampadam Devim Abhijatasya Bharata. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. Kunjan. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy, and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to the godly men endowed with divine nature. Hare Krishna. So let's read all the verses like always. Yeah, all of you can read maybe 2-3 verses each. If anyone would like to read, please raise your hand, and then you can go in order, one after the other. Yeah, please raise your hand, it'll help. Yes, Preeti Mataji, please go ahead, and then Ravi Prabhu can go after her.
Dambo dharpo bhimanas cha krodha parusyam evacha ajnanam chabi jatasya partha sampadam asurim. Translation: pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demoniac nature, O son of Pritha. Devi sampada vimokshaya nibandaya suri mata masuchah sampadam devim abhijatosi pandava. Translation: the transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demonic qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities. Should I continue, Prabhuji, or?
Maybe 2 verses each everyone can do first.
Yeah.
Yes, Ravi Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Jai Srila Prabhupada, text 6. Dau bhuta sargo loke asmin deva asur eva cha devo vistarasya prokta asuram partha me shrinu. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O son of Pritha, in this world there are 2 kinds of created beings. One is called divine and the other demoniac. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demoniac. Text 7. थोड़ा सा उसको ऊपर little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जनाना विदुरासुरः सुराः न शौचं नापि चाचारो न सत्यं तेषु विद्यते. Translation: Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Shroma Mataji and then Baswati Mataji. You can unmute.
Prabhuji, I will read now.
Yes, Mataji.
Asatyam aprathishtam te jagat ahur anishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kim anyat kama hetukam. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. They say that this world is unreal with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. Text 9. Etam drishtam avashtavya nashtamanu alpabuddhaya prabhavanti ugra karmana shayaya jagato hita. Translation: Following such conclusions, the demoniac who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Maybe it's your son's turn now. He's very excited to read. Thank you. Yes, Baswati Mataji and then Prem Sankirtan Prabhu.
Prabhupada. Kamamasirdhya duspuram dambhamana mohat gritva sadgrahan pravartante suchivratah. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Taking shelter of insatiable lust and absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige, the demoniac, thus illusioned, are always sworn to unclean work, attracted by the impermanent. Text 11 to 12. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upasritaha kamo pavoga parama etavaditi nishchitaha asa pasa saster baddha kama krodha parayanaha thante kama bhughartham Annayanartha Sanchayan. Translation: by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. They believe that to gratify the senses is the prime necessity of human civilization. Thus, until the end of life, their anxiety is immeasurable, bound by a network of hundreds of thousands of desires and absorbed in lust and anger. They secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Who has not read and would like to read? Please raise your hand or unmute.
Yes, Prabhuji, I can read.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Text 13 and 15. Idam adyam maya labdam imam prapyashe manoratham. Idam astim api me bhavishyati punardhanam. Aso maya hatah satru hanishye chap aparanapi. Oh, Sanskrit, Prabhuji. Can you go back? Okay. Aso maya hatah satru hanishye चापरनापि ईश्वरो अहम भोगी सिद्धो अहम बलवान सुखी आढयो बीजन वानस्मि को अन्यो अस्ति सदृशो मया यक्षे दास्यामि मोदिष्य इत्य ज्ञानम विमोहितः. Translation. The demonic person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my scheme. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifice. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Back to you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Prem Sankirtan Prabhu. Then Ruby Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Text 16. Aneka chitta vibranta moho jala samavrita prasakta kama bhogeshu patanti narake ashocha. Translation by His Divine Grace Avacharana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thus perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusions, they become too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and fall down into hell. Text 17. Atma sambhavita stabda dana mana madanvita jajanti nama jagyaste dham abhinabhidhi purvakam. Translation. Self-complacent and always impudent, deluded by wealth and false prestige, they sometimes proudly perform sacrifices in name only, without following any rules or regulations. Hare Krishna Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Ruby Mataji. Ruby Mataji, your turn. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Ruby Mataji, you're not audible. Yes. Anyone else who has not got chance yet? Voli Mataji, you're on front.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Please.
Ahankaram balam tarpayan kamam kradham ka samsatha mam atma para tesu paradvitsanto vayasuyaka. Translation: Be weird by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger. The demons become envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is seated in their own bodies and in the bodies of others, and blaspheme against the real religion. Tan aham abhishat karuran samsaresh naradhaman kripame ajaram asubham asurisva ava yanush. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence into various demonic species of life.
Thank you so much. Yes, Ruby Mataji, you want to try now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, devotee Dhanvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Text 20. Ashuram yonim apanna mudha janmani janmani mam aprapi aiva kaunteya tato yanti adhamam gatim. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. Attending repeated birth among the species of demoniac life, O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. Text 21. Trividham narakasya dwaram nasanam atmanaha kamah krodhasya tatha lobhas tasmad etat trayam tyajet. Translation: There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Anyone else who has not read wants to read? Gideesh, Prabhu, or you want to try? Oh. Or anyone? Shital Mataji?
Hare Krishna, I will try, Prabhuji.
Okay, please. Please go ahead.
Itar vimukta kaunteya tamo dvarasya tribhimara acharayat atmanaya shreyas tato yati param gatim. Translation: The man who has escaped these three gates of the hell, O son of Kunti, perform acts conducive to self-realization, thus gradually attain the supreme destination. Text number 23. Yaha Shastra Vidim Udrachitya Varate Kama Karate Na Siddham Apuparati Na Sukham Na Param Gatim. Translation: Srila Prabhupada. He who discards the scriptures, injunctions, and act according to his own wills attain neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destiny. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you. Yes, Sheetal Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Tasmat शास्त्रं प्रमाणं ते कार्यव्यवस्थितो ज्ञात्वा शास्त्रविधो नोक्तं कर्म कर्तु मिहार्हसि. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, dear friends, for joining. We are reading chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita entitled Divine and Demoniac. It has 24 verses, which we just read. The summary of this chapter can be by His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj, can be used or using the acronym DOG, D-O-G, dog, right? So dog is very unpredictable animal, right? Although is acclaimed as man's best friend, right? But dog also has a reputation of being brutal and, unprovoked attack. Sometimes the dog kills the master or attacks the master or bites their children. Such contradictory behavior is a sign of our times, and that's what we see. Contradictory, sometimes good, bad, right? Divine, demoniac. In the previous ages, the distinction between divine and demoniac were that they were in different planets, right? In the different yugas. Then it brought to different countries, then different families like Kauravas, Pandavas, or like Lord Ram and Ravana. And then they're different family, but then in the same family, Pandavas, Kauravas, basically in the same family. But now the divine and demoniac, where are they? They're in the same person, right? The unpredictable mind. So such Krishna describes the qualities of saintly person and the weakness of the demoniac. So we have to identify ourselves, the good and the bad, using this chapter 16. So Krishna is encouraging the divine or the good behavior, the divine qualities, and discouraging the demoniac and explaining the danger. So the first D, the D-O-G, dog, the acronym, the verse number 1 to 6, talk about the divine. The D stands for divine and demoniac, divine or demoniac. So the first 3 verses talk about the divine qualities, right? And then we have discussed that abhayam sattva samshuddhe jnana yoga vyavasthita dhanam yagyas tapas, so many wonderful qualities, right? Swadhyayas tapa arjavam ahimsa satyama krodhas shanta, right? So many wonderful, I think about 20 qualities are mentioned in the first 3 verses. And interestingly, the first 3 verses only talk about the divine qualities. Rest of pretty much the whole chapter is about the dangers of the demoniac. So Krishna describes 26 qualities and the 6 major demoniac qualities in the first 6 verses. Then he gives different opinions. How do they look? What is their viewpoint of the demoniac people? What do they think? Oh, I'm the enjoyer, I'm the proprietor, this world is meant to just eat, sleep, be merry. I am the bhokta, aham bhogi, aham karta, I am the giver up to the poor people, right? What is this meant for? Asatyam apratishthante jagat ahur anishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kim manyatam kama hetukam. It's meant for just enjoyment, selfish pleasures. This is the outlook mentioned in text 7 to 20. In the final G, stands for gates to hell. The gates to hell. Trividham. There are 3 gates to hell Krishna wants. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, lust, anger, and greed. So one should be very careful of these gates to hell. And if we do not act by the codes of the scriptures, then certainly one will fall into the 3 gates to hell. So this is a quick summary of chapter 16, the divine and the demoniac qualities. So the divine and demoniac, O is opinions and outlook of the demons, and G stands for the gates to hell. Now we can read one purport as we did yesterday. And we'll pick text 23, the second last verse. It's a small 2 paragraphs. Yashastra-vidhimutsrijya vartate kamakarata nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims and attains neither perfection, nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. Purport. As described before, the Shastra Vidhi, or the direction of the Shastra, is given to the different castes and orders of human society. Everyone is expected to follow these rules and regulations. If one does not follow them and acts whimsically according to his lust, greed, and desire, then he never will be perfect in his life. In other words, a man may theoretically know all these things, but if he does not apply them in his own life, then he is to be known as the lowest of mankind. In the human form of life, a living entity is expected to be sane and follow the regulations given for elevating his life to the highest platform. But if he does not follow them, he degrades himself. So important. The regulations are there to help us elevate our life. Therefore, these are called regulative principles of freedom. The regulations, like in the rules and regulations, are not to restrain, but they are there to encourage and bring us the best out, to elevate us to the highest platform. And if we don't do, we'll be degraded. But even if he follows the rules and regulations and moral principles, and ultimately does not come to the stage of understanding Supreme Lord, then all this, his knowledge becomes spoiled. And even if he accepts the existence of God, if he does not engage himself in the service of the Lord, his attempts are spoiled. Therefore, one should gradually raise himself to the platform of Krishna consciousness and devotional service. It is then and there that he can attain the highest perfectional stage, not otherwise. So in short, one should elevate to the platform of bhakti or devotional service. Just having, mere good qualities will not come unless one is hari abhaktasya kuto mahadguna, right? It is not possible without Krishna consciousness. The word kamkarataha is very significant. A person who violates the rules acts in lust. He knows that this is forbidden, but still he acts. This is called acting whimsically. He knows that this should be done, but if he still does not do it, therefore he is called whimsical. Such persons are destined to be condemned by the Supreme Lord. Such persons cannot have the perfection which is meant for the human life. The human life is especially meant for purifying one's existence, and one who does not follow the rules and regulations cannot purify himself, nor can he attain the real stage of happiness. Hare Krishna. In short, one should, live under guidance. One should live under the guidance of Shastra. 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 Shastra and Shastra. when we allow ourselves to be ruled by Shastra, or Shishya. Shishya also means one who allows to be ruled by Guru. This is Shishya. And actually that is for a materialistic person, for who does not want to live under guidance. He will feel, hey, why are you regulating? Why are you saying don't do this? Why are you saying do this? Why are you saying, why are you just do's and don'ts? Get up early, don't eat this, don't do this. Yes, there are do's and don'ts. Yes, absolutely. When we drive on the road, there are some do's and don'ts set up by the government for the welfare of everyone. That there are some rules when you're driving, you have to follow some speed limit, you have to follow some traffic light system, you have to follow red light, yellow light. There is some do's and don'ts. There are speed limit. One does not follow. I say, hey, I don't know, I'm a free bird. I can do whatever. What will happen? That person will get ticket, fine, penalty. That person may even get a severe accident and may lose one's life or may lose one's ability to drive, right? So similarly in human life, we are meant to live under the guidance and the codes of scriptures. Anything, let's say operating a laptop, there are some do's. I can't just pour water over it. I feel like there are some codes, there's some system, right? I can't use it as a dining table, right? It is not meant for that. So we have to live as per the guidance of the manual. यह शास्त्र विधिम उत्सृज्य, जो छोड़ देते हैं शास्त्रों को. One who says no, Shastra is meant for, I don't care, right? It's basically saying I don't care about the manual. I'll do how I want to operate. I'll do kama karata. I'll do as per my whims and fantasy, acting whimsically in lust. Lust does not mean just a lust for opposite sex. Lust means just like fanatic desire. It could be for anything. Na sa siddhim, he'll not attain perfection. Avapnoti. Na sukham, sukh. It cannot be happiness. Na param gatim. They will not attain the destination of life, which is back to Godhead. What will be the destination? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So in short, this is a very beautiful verse. Why the importance of scriptures? The scriptures teach us what is good, what is wrong, right? What is divine, what is demoniac, what will lead to hell, what will lead to the topmost destination. What is the goal of life? How can we live happily in this world? How can we be equipoised? Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam has everything. All we need to do is sincerely try to follow and get training from Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, live under guidance, to be independent. These days, everyone wants to be independent. Actually, real dependent, one should feel happy that, oh, I have someone who I'm accountable to. I have someone who can chastise me. Do we have someone in life who can chastise us? For our good, not for out of envy. Who can correct us, who can give us our genuine feedback. If we have someone, that's great. But if we don't, then it's actually, we may feel I'm a free bird. Actually, it's a sign of danger. Even as Grace Amoglila Prabhu was mentioning in a lecture, I am fortunate I have so many of my Shiksha Gurus who are there to correct me, all right, who are there to say, Prabhu, you did this wrong, in a genuine, humble, genuine way. So one should always live under direction. One should always live under the direction of Guru, under the direction of mentors, under the direction of Shiksha Guru, under the direction of Shastra, under the direction of Krishna, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Then one will be safe like a pet dog. Sarvasva tomar charane sampiya. Tumito Thakur, Ami Tomar Kukur. Right? Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so many bhajans, he says, I am your dog. I'm your pet dog. And actually, yes, this Kanthi Mala is the pet dog, what do you call it? Lash, leash, strap, dog strap, right? So this is the dog strap. So it is a sign that yes, I'm not a stray dog. I don't wander the way I wish to wander. I wander, right? Garishyasi vachanam tava. I wander as per the direction of scriptures. I wander as per Guru Sadhu and Shastra. I speak in a way which is pleasing to Guru Sadhu Shastra. I'm not talking, I am doing this, I'm repeating the words of scripture so I can try to imbibe and follow it, right? I try my best to live under guidance, under the direction of Guru Sadhu Shastra. The kind of words we speak, the kind of actions we do, the kind of behavior, the intent, the content, everything should be the way it will bring pleasure to Guru. It will bring pleasure to Krishna. It will bring pleasure to Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Any thoughts, comments before we wrap up for today on this chapter or the summary? Any quick comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You very nicely explained about the importance of the mentor or someone who can correct us. Like when we do something wrong or no one, we are also not sure whether it's right or wrong. So if someone can always correct us and take us to the right path or help us to understand, that's very important. Like sometimes we don't know what is right or wrong path. So that's why we need mentors, opinion, mentors, guidance. It's very important, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, I guess we are going to pause for today. Thank you so much for joining. Shri Bhagavad Gita Upanishad ki jai, Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samavita Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai, Vanchakal Patarokhyascha Vipasindubhya eva cha, Pitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Thank you
Prabhuji, can
so
I
much.
ask? Prabhuji, can I ask something?
Yes.
So when we read again Chaitanya Charitamrita?
Yeah, maybe Monday onwards we can read.
Okay.
We have some services going on. Yeah, we will read. Just this 2-3 days. Let's focus on Gita, and we'll
Yes.
read Monday onwards.
Hare Krishna.
Is it okay? Are you
Yes,
in
Prabhuji.
separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's?
Krishna, all are Krishna. Bhagavad Gita also Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also Krishna. I just wonder.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, thank you. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.